Let's see if y'all can hear me this time. Let's see. Y'all can enter back into the room. Let's see if I can be heard again. If y'all find the live chat, had to delete the other one because something was going on with the volume. Thanks a lot, YouTube. Thanks a lot. Anyway, it's always something with them. So let me know if you can hear me, please, before I start talking. And then his nose is tickling from Spirit. If you can hear me talking, let me know. Please put in a chat that you can hear me, because I had to take out the other one because the sound couldn't hear me. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. I can, yay! Good, you can hear me. Great, 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 great. Okay, I'll wait for a few more. Hey there, Nairobi. Happy Gemini season. That everybody can kind of hear me. Welcome. My nose does that. I'm sorry, when Spirit is talking and busy. So, welcome, welcome. I do have that message. A message, so I'll wait for a few to know that I'm here. So welcome to the Ecliptic Spiritualist channel. Welcome to the live. I'm so glad that you can hear me. Happy Gemini season to you and everyone. We had to delete the other live because the volume went out. Thanks a lot, YouTube. You always do something strange when I come live, but I know it'd be something more to that to hinder the messages as usual. There's always a challenge with the live or anything to bring a message that's needed for those that want to hear the message. So there are people in the room here. Can you go on and hit in the chat that you can hear me? And welcome to Gemini season. Hit the likes and hit the likes. Nairobi, I believe you're my moderator. So if you see any weird comments or anything, can you go on and block it? if you don't mind, love. All right. Thank you, girly. Okay, so welcome. We're going to do this again, but that's okay. Spirit has a message. So welcome, everybody, to the live chat about this spiritual growth and about this spiritual growth spurt that is kicked in and this message from the divine. Hey there, Nikki. Welcome. Thank you. You can hear me. Thank you. Hit the likes, please, and put in the chat. Happy growth spurt. Happy growth spurt. Okay, so, wow, we've got some growth spurts that has come in for all of us. You may not feel it now. You may get it in the next 6 months, or you may be experiencing it now. But either way, you've gotten a good spiritual growth spurt. Now, it's based off of a couple of things that Divine wanted to share with us today. So since we've come through, we're on the Mercury. If you're not familiar with astrology or the solar system, I strongly advise you to do some little bit of research or join our astrology classes that we offer right now. We're on pause for that. So that good old Jupiter, baby. Yes. Yes. So, okay. Now we've got where we're in Mercury post shadow. Okay. So he's still awakening up. And then we have Jupiter in Taurus, okay, which is going to do some expansion in some areas. Not all zippity-doo-dah, okay, depending on what's going on and what he wants to highlight. And then we have a North Node setting that's in Taurus. And we have Gemini season. And on top of that, we have Pluto in retrograde. And we have Uranus active. Go on and hit the likes. Those is in the room, and comment. Hey there, Divine Chris. Hit you can hear me, because I had to delete the other chat because the sound went out due to YouTube always doing something. Wow, whenever I go live. So, or technology, I don't know. It always seems to be some kind of weird mishap. And it's probably because it's real messages and not pretend messages, or so. All right. So, you can always, let me make sure that you are familiar with the website. If you're not familiar with the website, I strongly suggest for you to sign up. That is where you will find me. And the North Node, you will find the North Node on Hey Gloria, and in the North in Patreon. So join Patreon if you're not join Patreon, because it's very informative information that is placed there. They're very home-based type of classes and just good information that brings you into stabilizing your spiritual path and your spiritual growth to help you if you're a solidarity practitioner. Now, the spiritual growth, the divine spiritual growth. A comment in the comments here. Have you been feeling some growth between Mercury in retrograde? Now we're in Gemini. We passed through Taurus and Aries. The growth that came through was to find out where you are spiritually. Where you are spiritually. Why did that growth come through? Because it's to launch you out into the next season of summer solstice, and we're in another 10-year cycle that we'll be coming into, which Pluto will be retrograde in placement in Aquarius. What does that mean, Ranita? That means that Pluto does a inner work in all of us to make us better. Okay, the inner work is that you cannot see, but the inner work shows on the outside that you can see within this earth realm, because you're developing self to be better at who you are on your spiritual path. Okay, now everybody's spiritual path is different. Everybody's spiritual path does not look the same. Why, Ranita? Why does it not look the same? Are your fingerprints the same? No, none of our fingerprints are the same, but the spiritual pathway is different, okay, per spiritual divinity of which you carry. However, there is a nucleus brought together in this community because we have some likeness, okay? We have some likeness. Now, likeness is we probably think alike, move alike, believe alike, or have a path alike. And that's what's brought you into the ecliptic spiritualists. That's what's brought you into the North Node community. We're not identified as totally the same, but we do have likenesses. Okay? So put that in the chat. Thank you, girl. It is thangin'. Ready for vacation. Okay, I'm at the park. Thank you for noticing that glow. Because if you notice, I have stepped back a lot. Thank you for paying attention to me. And I'm going to switch, because it is so wonderful that somebody noticed a difference in me. I pour into a lot of people. And I've been pouring into people, and in this channel and in the North Node, and pouring into people for years. But it takes a lot when the high priestess has to pour into herself, which I do. And if you notice, I've taken complete step backs. Even though a lot of people noticed it or didn't notice it, or noticed the North Node, not whatever. At the end of the day, I step back because Spirit has told me to step back and to feed myself and reset myself. Okay, as a spiritual high priestess, as a spiritual prophetess, and those type of things. So I've stepped back in March. You see me do a complete shift. Even in classes, I heard Pluto step into my life, stepping forward to me in my dreams and in my astral plane. And Pluto stepped to me and said, step back. So I did. So thank you for that glow that you're seeing, because I appreciate you noticing me. Because sometimes people need to feel like they are noticed. Okay, so I hope in your lives, because I notice each and every one of you, whether if you see me or not, you're in my prayer points, you're in my prayer life, and I do that kind of work. So thank you for noticing that glow. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Very welcome for vacation season. And so, but not only that, Pluto is working on me. So I know that Pluto is working on each and every one of you. So I'm so grateful for him for stepping into my life in March the 23rd and said, pump the brakes, stop everything. You know, I need to work on you. So what did I do? I listened. So each and every little one of you, I hope that you listen when spirit steps to you, when the planet step to you, when you feel the shift and it steps to you and say, pump the brakes, work on you. Take time to look in within yourself. Even though you pouring into others, your family, your children, your spiritual team is the North Node or other people, and embracing their love and helping them. But are you taking time to notice within yourself that you need some additional work within you? Comment in the chat. Because thank you, Autumn, for recognizing that. And she always hits me up privately. And Nairobi. So, and saying that, you will, hey, Gloria, for feeling those changes. So what Pluto is doing in each and every one of us is doing this inner work, whether if you know it or not, or feel it or not, you will, because you can't bypass the Pluto retrograde inward working that he so desires for all of us to be prepared for the spiritual shifting and changing that will be like none other. Yes, I have said this in 2021 and it has now come to pass globally. Check out that video. Okay, so, and I prophesied that whole said scenario of AI and everything and gave that message in 2021 in December, and it is fully accurate. I am a psychic and a medium. I am a high priestess. Okay, I work. So the point of that is, are you doing your spiritual working to get that spiritual growth? Are you doing that? Are you applying daily measurements to see where you are? Or are you going to and from? Are you pulling out your journals? See, here's my journal. That's in my purse. Okay? One of my journals. Family, are you working your journal to see who you are? We are now in Jupiter. I'm going to skate. We are in Jupiter in Taurus. Jupiter was in Taurus in 2021. Go back and look at your journals, or go back in your memory, or go back into your dream state and revisit that area of your life in that astral plane and see where you were during that time. Are there things that still haven't come to fruition in 2011? Jupiter is back in that arena of that era again. So Jupiter has a tendency, if you're not familiar with the planets, I'm going to speed you up. And if you are, glory to you. Jupiter sometimes is looked at as this super guy, which he's my planet, and I'm a Jupiterian. Okay. However, Jupiter is not like the way sometimes he's perpetuated as, oh, everything is super lucky, gung-ho, woo-woo, blah, 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 blah. And even though he's in Taurus, and Taurus is all about luxury and love and stubbornness and balance and groundedness and a lot of different things, right? But Jupiter will highlight different areas and expand different areas if you're in your life to show you things that you haven't worked on or you have worked on. So Jupiter doesn't know like the differences to highlight one area. He doesn't pick and choose. He just expands them. Okay. So in your spiritual growth, as the divine has given that message, where will Jupiter be expanding in your area that you've done work or not done work in, and to work on it? Because Jupiter's god is Zeus, and Zeus is a little reckless at times. Those that are Jupiterians, those that are Sagittarians, that are born underneath in the Jupiterian energy. Not everybody is, because you're Sag or whatever, are Jupiter babies. There are many zodiac signs that are born out of Jupiter as well. However, the god that oversees Jupiter is Zeus, okay? And sometimes Zeus can be a little reckless, okay? And so sometimes he overdrinks, he overindulges, he does extra. Sometimes he can be extra. He be thangin' the thangin', overdoing things, highlighting a lot of addictions and different things because he likes to party. Okay. And so you'll notice, if you didn't notice that, if you notice, comment down below that the Met Gala, I don't know if you noticed that, but it was done in Taurus season and also done when Jupiter came into play. So it's a lot of glamour and different things like that. However, he'll bring some other things that's a little extreme as well. So he brings those things in our lives as well to pay attention to. So go on and make sure that you're paying attention. Can y'all hear me? Please let me know that you can hear me, because I certainly don't want to be doing all this talking and the sound and went out in YouTube and did something strange. So comment in here to let me know that you can hear me. So, okay, so that is something that we want to be aware of. Okay, so take note of that. What is it that Jupiter may expand in your life while he's in Taurus season? Okay, pay attention. Now, Jupiter is in Taurus because that's where he has planted himself into that celestial being of energy. Okay, thank you. So, thank you, Nairobi. So, he can expand things in your life. So, be mindful of what it is that you think he might expound on that you don't want. And then, hey there, healing goddess, and that you don't want to be expound with Jupiter, you need to do some ritual work on it. You need to be doing your meditation, doing your focus areas, cleaning that up, maybe doing some Reiki. You can always contact for me that, or doing reading or conjure work to make sure that Jupiter doesn't expound an area that you really don't want him to expound on, because he'll be expanding for a long, long time in Taurus. And definitely as you're hitting that growth spurt, you want him to expound on the areas that you want to shine out of you. Okay, versus it shining something that you don't want it to shine. Be mindful of addictive behaviors such as overeating. Spirit is bringing that to me about overeating or overindulging. Pay attention to that, of alcoholism or doing some type of recreational, what I'm saying, get downs with the get downs, because it will expand that. And Jupiter doesn't care. He'll just make it more and more, bigger and bigger and bigger for you, and then you don't have control over it because we're not paying attention. Okay, so growth spurts in Gemini right now, as we moving into this new season of Gemini. Okay, we have this duality aspect of our spiritual growth. So we're going to be able to see a duality even more in us on an outward sense. And then there's going to be many others that's going to be able to see that duality come out of all of us. Okay, because again, each zodiac sign, we work within that sun energy that's highlighted. How will you make it work for your benefit? Okay, Gemini is a very, very mutable sun energy that we'll be into, but very communicative. Okay, so Mercury again is in retro. Well, he's in post, and he's going to be moving out of post as of next week, but he is a great communicator, overseer over Gemini. So you want to be mindful of setting up good goals, not purpose, but good goals in Gemini energy as the spiritual growth, so that way you're sitting right on the tip of that launching pad. And so when we hit that summer solstice around June the 15th, and in the daytime is for long, you launching right into the deep and landing right in the spot that you want to be. Let me know on the chat that you want to hit the spot that where you want to be. I know I do. Okay, all of us have some sort of goals. If you don't, get some goals, set the intentions, get them no matter what. No matter if you've been discouraged in your life, maybe some areas that you haven't seen some goals come out in your life, maybe love, whatever that may be, money, job, career, businesses, children. Maybe some of you desire children or different things like that. Don't shortchange yourself. Make sure that you set the goal to do that. No matter what, set the goal. Even if you've been discouraged, family, if you've been detoured some kind of way, maybe you've done an about face, maybe you've been turned down on some loans or something like that, or desire some homes or some stability or whatever that may be within this earth realm. You must operate in your spiritual realm, the astrology. Let me clear that up. The astral plane, to bring those things down into this realm. Because yes, you do deserve that, because it is part of your blueprint. Okay? It is your spiritual blueprint to always win and be abundant in every single thing that you do. That is your blueprint. You are a winner. Even if you weren't told that or currently told that in your cycle, you are a winner in everything that you do. But you must gain focus and be ready to jump off into that launch pad spot in that summer solstice energy coming up in June. Okay? Anybody got anything to say while we're closed right here? Hey, Nakia. Hey. Hey, Gloria. Autumn. Thank you. Thank you, Florian. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you, Healing Goddess. Anybody have anything to say in the chat before we go? Thank you for hitting that like button. That's really important. So make sure that you're doing some things. You make sure that you're doing your spiritual work. Oh, you're welcome. Do it. You know, also pull one of the things is to pull a tarot card a day as a daily ritual or oracle card, so that way you hear what the spiritual messages have to say to each and every one of you on a daily basis. You have to have a daily practice, family. This is for OGs to new Gs to the awakening, because an OG and a new G can still I'll get off your square. You know, this is there to give you a reminder, okay, to do it. A reminder to be on top of your path. It's you. It's your spiritual path. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. So it's your spiritual path, you know. I am a Taurus and Jupiter has been really expanding my life. Yes, you can feel that, especially the Tauruses. They can feel it, and we can all, thank you. We definitely, I mean, and all of us is feeling the Jupiter expansion in Taurus. And Taurus, you know, I would strongly suggest, thank you for sharing, Healing Goddess. I would strongly suggest for each and everyone, is like where you see me now before I get into my day. And y'all usually see me when I video live recently, I'll be at the park. But especially in these seasons, you want to make sure that you're getting grounded, you know, getting outside, taking your shoes off. You're feeling it? Yes. I mean, all of us are feeling this expansion. Thank you, Divine Chris. Make sure that you get outside, put your feet in the dirt, walk in the dirt, get to the graveyard. I taught graveyard magic 3 years ago in 2020. Yes, I've been online teaching a very long time. Okay, and before that, I am a practitioner of 27 years. Okay, and that's not including a child. Me being a child and working in my authenticity and knowing that I knew that knew different things and can see. Okay, so it's important to get grounded. I taught graveyard magic about 3 or 4 years ago in one of our free courses in Zoom. And so what that is going out to the graveyard. Doesn't matter if you know a person or not. Drop a quarter before you enter into the gates and leave an offering there. That's part of graveyard work. That's part of connecting to the energy. And you will feel that rooted energy in that aspect if you have not done graveyard work. Okay, we are practitioners here. This is how we get down. All right. So, and you connect. Life is in the cemetery, family. Life is in the cemetery, and you will feel the gravitation. Could you do a class on that again? I might. I'm not right now. I think right now I'm on pause. So maybe in the future, I'm not sure. You know, I'm on total pause. But thank you. Maybe I'll put that back on the list. It was very detailed. I know you just coming in, Chris, but I'm not sure. But definitely just drop. I've been listening to what you've been saying to me, and giving me some pointers or some interest that you have. So it might be on automation. The classes may be on automation on that because it's already prepared. So I may be putting that in automation. But right now it's just like on pause. But that's a fabulous class. The Graveyard Magic is the bomb class. I know Nairobi was in that, and we did our thing. We were thinking. Autumn 71 was part of that as well. And we were thinking, as she said. We doing a cemeterian. A graveyarding. I'm being silly. But that's what we do. Okay, this is what we do. Take your practice serious, family, so that you can have change in your life and the change of others that you serve, or mainly serving yourself first and being authentic with yourself. But you must take a route that is sound. You can't flip-flop. You're welcome, Camellia, the vegan queen. You're welcome. When you are practicing, doing your own spiritual practice, it is a one system thing. Okay, you can't be over here and over here. You can't be hot or cold. You can't be one over here dipping your toe over here. Either you this way or you that way. Okay, you have to learn it and practice it for a while. You cannot, I'm sorry, I'm going to tell you that you cannot be all over the place, because you're not going to be sound, and you'll be opening up yourself to psychic attacks if you are not working a good spiritual system for yourself. Psychic attacks are real. Reprobate minds are real. Mental intrusions in the spiritual astral plane are real. Okay, and so you want to be full of balance so that you are not being psychic attacked or attacked on your aura, psychic attacks in your spiritual mind, that you're not off centered because you're not on a course of diligence and consistency. Okay, yes, your last name is Graves. Yep. So, we did our graveyard, man. So, in saying that, just to give you a short version of getting out into the cemetery, just get out there, but make sure that you're protected and that you drop a quarter at the gate. You have to leave an offering. Okay, offering into the gate and an offering out the gate. Okay, you cannot, and cleanse yourself when you're done. It means a light, a beam of light. You don't need Palo Santo. You don't need any of that when you're doing that, because then you'll clear out all your energy and all these different things, and then you'll be subject to stuff, hearing all these different voices and people in there. No, you just bubble yourself in, and the light from your foot all the way up, and then when you leave out, release the bubble from the top of your head to your feet. Okay, so in saying that, we're out. You know, continue to live in this spiritual growth spurt that we're in. I love each and every one of you. Make sure that you are signed up to the website. You go to the website and then you sign up. You don't go to contact. Go to where it says sign up, and then that way you're getting the offerings and blogs and different things like that through the website. That's where you'll find me. And you, ladies and gentlemen, your new moon in Taurus was on and popping. It was beautiful. Those that do altar community work with me on it, they know the changes, they feel the changes, they get miraculous changes, because I do the doggone thing with the divine and spirit and all those things. Okay, it works. It works because I work. I'm not a one night stand magician. Okay, I gets it in, and I say that with pride and not with ego, but with pride and humility, because I trust the divine and I love what I do. It's my passion outside of my career. Spirituality is my passion. I breathe it. And when I say passion, I don't eat it all day and be all consumed and not balanced. No, I have a system and I love it. I love it. Okay. So I will see y'all next time. See you later. Bye-bye.